earache. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to my channel. I'm Hannah. Welcome if you're new. Thanks for being here, and thanks for my loyal ones from the beginning. I appreciate you too. Please like the video, please subscribe. The algorithm hates me, so it just helps me out and it's free. But I still love you even if you don't subscribe and like the video. Anyway, anyone who saw my video from last night will know that I intended to post my own song that I wrote over the last 2 days. And basically, I'll do a little bit of a tutorial just because I'm like that. But basically, maybe 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago, I had this, I found home, 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 and all these days low. And it was almost like a little hug for myself, and it actually made me cry. So, like, it just kind of found me, like everything that I produced does. And it brought me to tears about actually how safe I've become in my solitude. Not saying that isolation and solitude are good for a prolonged period of time. It's very hard to have that as the mainstay of your daily living, in some ways. But anyway, I think that's why I cried about it. And I was like, well, this has to go somewhere. I didn't know where. I didn't actually think that it would go somewhere this quick. And I didn't think it would take this form either. So I'm just gonna sing, recite, voice. I'll just say voice because I don't know what to call. I don't know what to call my performance of it, but I'm gonna do it and then talk some more about it at the end. I haven't got a name for it, so if anyone's got any suggestions, let me have them in the comments below, please. I found home, 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 and all these days alone. I found home, 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 and all these days alone. Support a woman and she'll empower a whole community. That's what the soul called closer to me failed to see. Nothing I could do that would open their eyes. Maybe it takes a certain kind of woman to build an enterprise. No one around me seeing women in the way I do. No one around me seeing me in the way I do. I was never going to fold on what God entrusted me with. Oh no, settling for this kind of weird dead life that's rife. I pray for greater minds to surround myself with daily. Kept on growing past the people giving up on me. No dollars, all in diligence. Couldn't see at first, but my solitude saved me. Got me really honing in on who I'm meant to be. I found home, 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 and all these days alone. I found home, 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 and all these days alone. My crime was being vulnerable with the people I put my trust in, not knowing they were not worthy of trusting. The most dangerous sin, seeing friendships with blindness. How did I spend so much time around people who were so wary of me, when I should have been wary of them before I shared my future so easily? Tough lessons, letting danger go, brings in real blessings. The blessings I've been working for, praying for, and none of them cared for knowing exactly what it takes to bet on yourself above all else. None of them cared for knowing exactly what it takes to be who you came here to be above all else. The door remains shut. It's been years upon years of you keeping me stuck. I let myself free, and through it all I learned to give myself my own hugs. The air is definitely colder where you're stood. I found home, 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 I found home. When all these days alone, I found home, 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 I found home. And all these days alone. All life takes is self-belief. No one wanted to see me free. Now look at me, a fucking marvel. Everyone wondering how I did it. All I know is it was no thanks to them at all. And really that's the wrong question. I don't know how God did it at all. They all fell away, so I know well and truly where to place their glory. They all fell away, so I would know well and truly where to place their glory. He has walked me, he has walked me, he has walked me home. I found home, 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 and all these days alone. There you go, guys. That's what I wrote the last 2 days. And I don't know if you could hear the fucking aircrafts that are so loud over my house. They're not fucking normal. They've been flying over my house so much for the last 2.5 hours. And then the same last night. Fucking drive me crazy. Drive me crazy. Like, what? There was, the other day as well, there was a drone at Eyeline. Like, in the morning, I could see it out my window. What's it doing there, bro? What's it doing there? Why does the government not give me money for my creative business instead of spending it on surveillance like this? That's public money. That's public money that support women and empower a whole community. They don't want to do that. They're blackballing me to an inch of my life. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, bro? But this song is about so support women and chill empower a whole community. That line basically started the rest of the song. That because I saw that, so that was something that Iman, the model, David Bowie's wife, she said that recently in a talk somewhere. I can't remember what it was about. I saw it on social media. And I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what I've been doing, but nobody even notices. So I did that in the NHS. Like, I was the collaborator, the innovator, the leading teams, trying to convince them to trial new things, because my patient group that I did service design and redesign for was people with neurological conditions. So they needed a lot of, there was a lot of innovation around that group just because of the nature of who they were and their quality of life and their life expectancy, etc., etc. So I did that in the NHS, was demonised for it because everyone just thought that I wanted to be better than them. When I studied neuroscience, I got a niche population that I do work, you know, what the frick, so fucked up people, yeah. But anyway, and then after I left the NHS, I wanted to do that for myself, for my creative projects. Oh no, the system is like, whoa, 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 you can't be this big. I've not even got going yet, bro. Not even got going yet. Not even done, Jack. All you're allowing me to do is what I've been doing since I was a kid and just creating. You're blocking every opportunity for me to make money. How is that good for anyone? So this is what this song is about, and it's also about not being supported by your friends and family. So your friends and family want you to just be less than what you are, and having to kind of cut them off because they're not actually friends. They only like you when you're struggling or when you're failing, because they don't actually help you either in struggle time. They just leave you to the wolves. They're not friends. I don't have any friends. I'm not gonna lie. I literally have no friends. I have God, and that's it. I have God and what I'm producing. But yeah, this is today's video. I'm gonna have to go because I just really want a tea. Really want a tea. Can you hear that aircraft? It's like a constant buzz and a hover. Can you hear it? It's just nuts all the time for months. For months. And this, like, I live in such a quiet area. You can't normally hear nothing. You can normally hear all the birds. There's stillness everywhere, and this is not a normal flight path. This is normally the flight path when there's loads of wind and they have to go in the opposite direction. But yeah, I don't know, guys. It's fucking annoying. Let me know what you think on my song. Let me know if you've got a title for it. And yeah, basically, I didn't even finish telling you about the verses, did I? But yeah, that line that a man said, support women and she'll power a whole community, that basically sparked that whole of the first verse, which came last, actually. That came last. My crime was the second verse. That was the first verse that I wrote, and it was actually really long, and I just thought it was going to be its own poem like I normally do. And then it was only after that point that I decided to add the I found home, that I cried to myself that night, 3 nights ago, whenever it came to me. I was like, yeah, this could be the thing. And then, is this a bridge? It is 2 bridges next to each other. I don't know. I don't follow typical songwriting formats. I just follow the flow that is given to me. And to be honest, that's what everyone's meant to do. And then the last things I wrote was, so then, they all fell away, so I'll know well and truly where to place the glory. That bit, that came next. And then, all it takes is self-belief. Nobody wanted to see me free. Now look at me, a fucking marvel. Everyone wondering how I did it. All I know is it was no thanks to them at all. And really, that's the wrong question. I don't know how God did it at all. That was the last part of the song that I wrote. But I can't remember what sparked the first verse. Probably just I was still in my own thoughts, thinking about things, and that came, and then, but the first verse, that was sparked by something that Iman said that just happened to be on the topic. And then the last thing I actually wrote was, He has walked me. He has walked me. He has walked me home. So I added that bit last to the they all fell away section. I don't know, man. Someone that is formally trained in songwriting needs to tell me, because I just go with the flow of what is the flowing. Yeah, let me know if you've got a title. I know I've said that loads, but I am actually going to go now because I want tea and crumpets. It's a very English thing. For those who don't know, let me know where you're from, guys. Also, I think I've hit 300 subscribers, which it's a big deal for me. I appreciate you all. Like, you're not just a number to me. You are actually like the people supporting me and being here for my creative journey from the very beginning. So lots of love and appreciation for you for that. And I'll see you in the next video, whatever that may be. Take care, guys. Bye.